Good morning, dear children. Today our topic is a hero. Class 7, Unit 6, Reading A. So part 1 we have completed. Now part 2 we are going to see. We have seen part 2. So in the last time we have discussed that the boy was dreaming and he went into the dream. And he have shut his eyes tightly and he slept. He encased himself in a blanket and unknown to himself he fell asleep. And in his terrible dream what happened, let us see today. So here in his terrible dream a tiger was chasing him. Swami tried hard to escape but his feet would not move. He tried to open his eyes but his eyelids would not open. He groaned in despair. Then Swami tried to open his eyes. At last, using utmost effort, he opened his eyes. He put his hand out to feel his granny's presence at his side, as was his habit. But he only touched the wooden leg of the bench. And his lonely state came back to him. He sweated with fright, and now what was this rustling? He moved to the edge of the bench and stared into the darkness. He lay gazing at him in horror. His end has come, he thought. He realized that the devil would presently pull him out and tear him into pieces. And so he thought, why should he wait? As it came nearer, he crawled out from under the bench and he hugged it with all his might and used his teeth on it like a mortal weapon. "Ayyo!" shouted the thief. Went forth an agonized, thundering cry. Then there was followed by a heavy tumbling and falling amidst furniture. Everyone in the house was awakened by the loud noise. In a moment, father and the servant came running with a light. Both of them fell on the butler, who lay amidst the furniture with a bleeding knee. The next day was a day of congratulations for Swami. His classmates looked at him with respect. His teacher patted him on his back for his courage and bravery. The headmaster said that he was a true scout, and Swami had bitten into the knee of a notorious housebreaker, and the police were grateful to him. When father returned home after this from the club that night, he asked to the boy, "Where is the boy?" He asked his wife, "Where is the boy?" Then the wife said, "He is asleep." Then father said, "So early?" "He didn't have a wink of sleep the whole of last night," said Swami's mother now. Where is he sleeping?" asked by the father. "In his usual place, sleeping beside his granny again," father exclaimed. "That is why he wanted to be asleep before I return home. Clever boy," said by the father. "Let him sleep where he likes," mother said angrily. "You need not risk his life again." "All right, pamper him and spoil him as much as you like," father mumbled as he walked away to his room. Swami was following the whole conversation from under the blanket. He felt a great relief to hear his father giving him up. So this is the conversation after he got the bravery award at home the next day. So finally, this conversation was heard by Swami by staying under the blanket, and finally he felt so happy that his father giving him up. Thank you, children. I hope you have understood this lesson. So this lesson was written by R.K. Narayan. Thank you, children.